Ballz Visual Radio, it is. I always feel kind of weird with that name. We should have maybe thought about it clearly, a little clearer when we were devising the name of the radio station, because it bothers me when we talk to swimmers, because there's no balls involved in swimming. Mind you, I suppose you need big balls sometimes when you are swimming. And one of the guys who certainly is not lacking in the kahuna territory and arena is Chad le... Listen, just please, I keep getting shouted at that I'm saying your surname wrong. Is it Clos or Clos?
It's le Clos, yeah. You don't pronounce the S. It's from French origin.
Yeah, exactly, Simon.
Well, okay, well then everybody else has got it wrong as
exactly.
well.
Exactly, it's French. It's Chad le Clos. It's almost like Inspector Clouseau. Similar. But nice to chat to you. Nice to catch up with you, Chad.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. It's a great pleasure.
And another one of the great traditional good swimmers that come from Durban, and generally they ending up in royalty after their careers, like Charlene Woodstock. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you went to school, where you've come through.
Well, I grew up actually in the Durban Glenwood area as a child. I went to Penzance Primary School up until 2005, and then we moved out to the Westville area to swim more competitively with Coach Graham Hill up in Pinetown.
Yeah.
And I went to Westville Boys High for 5 years and matriculated in 2010. And yeah, we've been living here ever since. And my younger brother has also just started now at Westville, so he's enjoying the proud traditions there.
Is he also a young swimming prodigy to look out for?
Yeah, he just needs to do a bit more training. He just wants to to win all the time, but not train so much. But yeah he's definitely aspiring to be a swimmer one day.
And Graham Hill, I mean, obviously a lot of our top quality swimmers have gone via the Graham Hill route. I mentioned people like Charlene for one, and I remember guys like Brendan Dedekant, I think, was also with Graham for a while. So he's generally handled a lot of our top quality swimmers, and he's taken you from obscurity into world fame.
Yeah, sure. I've been with Graham for, it's my 12th year being with him now, and you could say he's almost like a second dad to me. We have a great relationship. Sometimes not such a great one, fiery at times during the hard training sessions, but like I said, we've traveled the world together. I've seen most places with him, and things are going smoothly at the moment. So hopefully we can just continue the momentum heading into London in 99 days time. So yeah,
awesome stuff, and well done for qualifying. You are there, you are going, so there's no worries about that, and you'll have some esteemed company as well, which obviously having guys like Cameron and the like going along with you, it really helps to have. You don't want to end up going to the Olympic Games alone as the only representative. You want to go there with some other guys who are also in good form, that you guys can just feed off each other's positivity and each other's confidence.
No, sure. I think I roomed with Cameron in 2010 at the Commonwealth Games. That was my first real international championship, and I definitely fed off his energy, and I got the double gold there, and he also got double gold, so it was kind of like he said to me, you win turn of fly on day one, I win the 50 breast, you win the 400 AM, I win this 100 breast, so it was kind of it's great fun. The World Cup series is it's basically a series of short course swimming events over 7 different countries. Each year changes, so it's over 6 weeks where you basically start off in Asia, and you do Singapore, Beijing, Tokyo, and then you fly over to Europe and you do the European ones. And basically, you race only for 2 days, and after each competition, the person who swims the closest time to the world record. So, for example, if you're swimming a 200-meter race and you just say 1 second off the world record, and you're opposed to someone swimming like a 50-meter race who's also 1 second of the world record, the guy that swam the 200 race will have more FINA points than the guy that swam the 50, because you understand, like pound for pound, you're actually closer because you're second over 200 meters, which is like 0.25 over 50.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how it works. And after each 7 events, the leading guy who is the closest gets, for example, 25 points, and the second gets 20 points, and so on, 15, and so on down. So after 7 events, whoever has the most points becomes the World Cup champion. And I was very proud of that achievement. So yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is a good, great achievement. It's one of the few you've had in your career so far. Simon?
Chad, I just wanted to know, from a layman's point of view, what do they mean when they say that the pool is fast?
When he says a layman's point of view, by the way, Chad, you must qualify that he went to school at Sachs.
Paul Roos.
Paul Roos, and they have no idea what swimming's about there. They have had no swimming achievements whatsoever.
Yeah, we have no pool.
No, well, yeah, you know, I think there's definitely, I mean, for me personally, I don't believe too much in the fast pool aspect. I mean, you know, we're all racing, it's all the same length and everything, but I definitely do believe that if the pool is deeper, there's less waves. So when you're kicking and like the waves that bounce off the bottom of the pool, there's less turbulence, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
like, for example, in like Berlin is, you know, known to be one of the fastest pools in the world, and it's like 3.5 meters deep, as opposed to King Park where it's 1.25 meters deep. So kind of like, you know, like also for me, like I like deep pools because you can do underwaters better, like you can go like deeper and like get under all the waves, because like especially in freestyle and butterfly, there's a lot of waves on top of the surface, and yeah, like I think that's like the main thing with a fast pool and a, you know, not such a fast pool. And yeah, I mean that's one of the things. I mean, you also get I guess you could say good blocks. Those like track starts would have like the, I don't know if you've seen those blocks, those new blocks for Olympics. They kind of have that
Slanted.
the slant.
To give you more of a launch pad.
Yeah. So they usually have those at the major international meets around the world. So a lot of guys do enjoy racing off those blocks. I think it takes off, you know, half a second over 50 meters or so. So yeah, I mean,
do those times on those get ratified? I mean, they accepted those are ratified times, because that seriously could do not cause havoc, but affect times in the pool.
Sure. I think, you know, when you're racing at a major international competition, everybody races at the same pool, so it's not unfair for anybody. I think where, like, you could say it becomes a bit unfair is if we're racing, you know, in South Africa or somewhere around the world, and they're racing in Berlin, for example, and we're both doing the same race, and then some guy does a faster time than you, by, like, just say 0.3 or something. You know, you can't really say that. You know, you have to kind of both be racing in the same pool in the same race, because, yeah, I mean, those aspects do play a role. But yeah, but if for Olympics and World Champs and Commonwealth Games, it's all pretty much, you know, the same for everyone, you know. So yeah.
Okay. Just before we ask you to maybe do a little whip around your room, and there's something specific I want to maybe check out by comparison to like a Rake Nettling and the kind of music he used to listen to. I want to find out from you. Obviously, the key thing is the Olympics. Where you are right now, your confidence levels, and obviously you're in the midst of a serious preparation, training, staged progression towards the Olympics, which is the pinnacle this year. Where you sit right now, I mean, what are you hoping for? Where do you think you're most confident from a medal point of view, and in specific events, not only individually but maybe even if you think that we're good for a couple of team medals in the pool?
You know, I think if I had to answer this question honestly, like, you have to be in the final first before, you know, I can talk about winning a medal. So like at Olympic Games, there's no person. You know, once you make the Olympics, you see a lot of people coming out the woodwork, and people that are ranked in the top, let's say top 8 in the world, are usually, sometimes they're not the people that actually make the final. So, you know, for me, the most important thing is I've qualified now for Olympics. Obviously, I've got 2 more events tomorrow and the next day to try qualify for, but I have to get in the final first before I can start talking about medals, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, it's I mean, I've watched the Olympics, you know, for the past, you know, 12, 16 years, and I've seen that a lot of people, I mean, come out the woodwork, you know, from lane 7 and 8, which are usually guys that are just happy to make the final. So, like, for me, I'm obviously hoping to try to get a medal for the country, but yeah, I need to just make the final first, and that'll be in the 400 IM hopefully on day 1 at the Olympics on 27th, and the 200 fly, which will be on day 4, so that'll be on like the 3rd.
All right.
Well, so I mean, no, not the 3rd. 27th, the 30th, yeah.
We'll watch listings and make sure. We will be watching you, so don't worry. We're not going to miss that for anything in the world. And it's nice time as well to watch, so that's perfect.
And someone like Michael Phelps, Chad,
He's beaten Michael Phelps.
Yeah,
Michael Phelps is
guys are talking about a Michael Phelps comeback, but do you think
I laugh at a Michael Phelps
I
comeback.
spit on the Michael Phelps
Yeah,
comeback.
he has Le Clos to
Yeah.
worry about.
But yeah, I mean, do you think you'll be a threat in London? Has he got anything left to prove, really?
I think, to be honest, I mean, a lot of people haven't really seen what he's actually capable of. I think every year he kind of swims. How do I say this? He doesn't play games, but he only peaks when he needs to. So, like for example, every year at Olympics, we have Olympics every 4 years, World Champs every 2 years, and they have Pan Pacific Games. So we have Commonwealth Games every 4 years. So every year there's a major competition, and Michael Phelps so far for the past 10 years has won, for example, the 200 fly and the 100 fly for 10 years. He's never lost that race. So yeah, he's definitely the favourite. I mean, jokes aside, he's still the number one swimmer in the world. I think anybody that writes him off is it'll be pretty silly to write him off. I mean, the man's won 14 Olympic gold medals over his career, and yeah, I think he's definitely got. I mean, I don't think he's in the best shape that he was in Beijing, but he's certainly right there. I don't think. Yeah, you definitely can't write him off. So I'm just going to be going in there. Not as the favourite, but just to go in there and try compete against him. I mean, it's an honour for me to be racing against him. Firstly, because he's one of my personal idols. But I'm just I'm just excited. You could say.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, focus on what you need to do, and you're racing against the clock. You're not really racing against anyone else. I think it's more a case of that. If you pretty much know what kind of time or you need to be targeting to have a good chance at medaling, despite what the other guy's going to do. If you pretty much set a time target and you swim to that time, you should come close to your target.
Sure. No, that's definitely true. I think if I can be roundabout where my goals are, I think. Oh, excuse me.
Take it.
No, not me. It's my dad put his phone here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, he's gonna get out.
I think that is his dad going. Okay, this is the time up now. Let's set that fake phone call.
No, it's okay. He's out. No, like I said, I think it's important for us for swimmers to set goals times and try reach those goal times. But at the same time, like if you don't get to those times before Olympics, it's almost like Olympics is mainly for medals. If I don't do a personal best at Olympics and I still get a medal, I'll be delighted. I mean, it's not like you're racing for time at Olympics. It's more about the medals.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah, so, for me, like you said, if you can get close down to a time where you pretty much know will get your medal, I think a lot of people will be feeling more confident about, where they are in their training.
Chad, just from a normal human being's perspective, because we look at you guys in your speedos.
You're not a normal human being.
Well, okay, I'm not. But like we check you outside in your speedos, and you're ripped to within an inch of your life. What kind of diet are you guys on? What kind of training do you do? How many Ks do you swim a day when you train? And what's your body fat percentage?
It's at the moment mine is like, I mean, I'm weighing at like 81 kilos. So yeah, I'm pretty lean at the moment. I mean, you're racing pretty hard, so like you have to trim down. So like in hard training, I think you can afford to gain a little bit of weight for that training, but we train anything from 7 to 9 kilometers a day, and it's pretty hectic. I mean, that's in the morning, and then in the evening it's probably like 7 to 8 Ks. Yeah, so it's a lot of.
It's like 16 Ks a day, basically.
I mean, it's a good. Yeah, and it's not just like up and down training. I mean, it's pretty hard. I mean, you do like for me, I do a lot of that butterfly and a lot of it, medley, which is all the strokes. So it's. It's a big portion of it is stroke work and like fast-paced intensity. So, it's during hard training, swimming isn't such a fun sport. But when you start cutting down and resting and getting ready for a major competition, we kind of slim down on everything. Even our diet, we kind of cut down and try to not lose weight, but slim down and try to become more explosive. I think that's the most important thing for a swimmer, to get that explosive energy that you need, because you can always be able to swim at a decent time during the season, but like to get that extra, you need that.
All right, let's as we wrap it up with you, maybe do you listen to music in your room there?
Yeah, I have it all on my PlayStation. PlayStation there.
Let's have a look
let me show
let's have a look around your room. There's some trophies up there. Let's look outside. That's your typical
Yeah.
Durban autumn day.
Yeah, no, I have. Can you see? I have my. Oh, let me move that there. That's one of my things that Westfield Boys High made me.
There's your
There's
dad.
my dad. Okay.
Jeez, look at all those medals.
There's my medal.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's from 2010. I
That-
made those medals.
Those are all just 2010.
And yeah, those are the competitions in South Africa, and I mean, there's my major competitions. There's my Commonwealth medals. Let me show you. And those are my favorite medals: the Commonwealth Games and the World Champs medals. Yeah, I got myself a pretty cool TV.
That looks nice, yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. Wait, sorry, I'm bad camera. Yeah, PlayStation 3, I really enjoy that. And then outside is, just the yard outside where I used to play soccer as a kid.
There we go, backyard soccer, Chad le Clos. Well, listen, it's and we look forward to looking at those medals in the next few months or a few months' time with a couple of Olympic ones added to that as well. A heck of a lot of medals, but well deserved. Chad, nice to catch up with you. Thanks for chatting to us on Ballz Visual Radio, and we look forward to catching up with you again sometime.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for having me.
Cheers, bud.
Thanks, Chad.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.